Percentages of numbers. Percentages of numbers, just like lots of things in maths, there is more than one way of doing it. If I saw this question here, what is 25% of 20? 25% I know is equal to the fraction 1/4. So the easiest way of solving this question would be to change your 25% to 1/4 and just say what is 1/4 of 20. 1/4 of 20 is 5. However, another way of doing it is just to express your percentage first of all as a fraction, which is always 25 over 100. The word of with fractions, if you remember our work on fractions, of with fractions also means multiply. So I can change my of to a multiply. 20 is a whole number, as a fraction that's over the number 1. And then you know our rule for fractions is that it's the numerator times the numerator over the denominator times the denominator. Okay, so 25 times 20. Now use our mental trick by saying you can half and double. Double 25 is 50 and half of 20 is 10. I didn't mean to do that there. Let's just get the highlighter on. So if I double my 25 to 50 and I half my 20 to 10, that's the same as 50 times 10, which is 500. So 25 times 20 is 500. Over 100 times 1 is 100. 500 divided by 100 is 5. Or another way, yes, because I do like all different ways of doing this, if I still write my 25 over 100 times 20 over 1, remember we can simplify and we can cross cancel, so cross simplifying. So I can say to myself, all right, I can divide 20 by 20 and 100 by 20. I usually score it out to do this. 20 divided by 20 is 1, 100 divided by 20 is 5. That leaves me with 25 divided by 5, or 25 fifths, which equals 5. And of course, another way of doing it is to change your percentage to a decimal. 25 hundredths as a decimal is 0.25 times 20, which will give me the whole number 5. So there's lots of ways of doing it. You just have to choose which one suits you the best. Here is another example. What is 20% of 350? Well, if you know your fraction equivalents well, you'll know that 20% is the same as a fifth. So it's just a fifth of 350, which means you divide 350 by 5, which is 70. In my mind, that's the easiest. However, if you didn't see immediately that 20% is the same as 1/5, then just write your 20% as a fraction, change your of to times, 350 is over 1, and now you can cross simplify or simplify this itself, which would be 1/5. But if I wanted to cross simplify, I could say, okay, I know that 50 goes into 100 2 times. And I know that 50 goes into 350 7 times. And can I simplify further? Yes. 2 goes into 2 once, and 2 goes into 20 10 times. And now I just do the top times the top, which is 70, because it's 10 times 7, over 1 times 1 is 1, which is 70. And there are many different ways you could have simplified this. You don't have to do it this particular way, but whichever way you do it will simplify to 70 over 1, which is 70. Okay, and the last way, of course, is to change your percentage into a decimal. 20% is 0.20 times 350. And if you want to use a calculator, you can. 0.20 times 350 will give you 70. And there we have it. Now, if you're given a more difficult question where it's not easy to simplify, then I'll just show you an example. So if it's what is 35% of 75, well, 35% does not simplify easily. It's not an obvious fraction. So I would just keep it as 35 over 100. Change my of to times, 75 over 1. And I just simplify where I can. Okay, well, I know that 5 goes into 100 20 times. 5 goes into 75 15 times. Oh look, I can do 5 goes into 35 7 times, 5 goes into 24 times. Anything more I can simplify? Not that I can see, so then it's the top times the top, numerator times the numerator, so it's 7 times 15, 7 5 35, that's 105, and 4 times 1 is 4. And then I can change it to a mixed number. 4, 2 down, 4 6 are 24, and 1/4. Or I can change my percent to a decimal, use my calculator, and I'll get 26.25. 26.25 is the same as 26 1/4. If you have a calculator, I would always choose the method of using a decimal. If you're doing it without a calculator, I would recommend doing the fraction and then cross cancelling. Good luck. Thank you for watching.